As I have studied journalism around the world, I have been greatly humbled by the level of courage and commitment displayed by journalists outside the U.S. Because most of them write in another language, I cannot testify to their level of writing and interviewing skills. But as for their heroism, I find it difficult to find comparisons since the very earliest days of the American Revolution. Consider the courage of the staff of the Novaya Gazeta in Moscow. 4 journalists from that twice-weekly newspaper have been murdered in less than 8 years.
After the third murder, that of their star reporter, Anna Politkovskaya, editor Dmitry Muratov met with his remaining reporters and suggested they close their doors. No story was worth dying for, he said, but the reporters wouldn't let him do it. They would not dishonor the sacrifice to their friends and colleagues. That was Anna's attitude too, and she, more than any other member of the staff, had the means and opportunity to leave at any time. She was born in the U.S. to Soviet diplomats. Her birth in America qualified her to be an American citizen. So at any time she could have left Russia to continue her anti-corruption campaign from a position of safety across the sea. Anna had already established her credentials as one of the great journalists of the world, winning international prizes nearly every year. Under the corrupt Russian government, she and the rest of the Novaya Gazeta had to come up with such compelling evidence that judges and prosecutors could not ignore it. Working under those kinds of journalistic requirements, she was still able to force the conviction of 20 men in 15 separate corruption cases. Few journalists in history can tout such compelling results. Finally, on October 7, 2006, Anna's battle came to an abrupt end. An assassin shot Anna in her apartment building's elevator as she was going home. With Anna's example, it is understandable why other journalists of the Novaya Gazeta refused to quit, but that doesn't make their courage and commitment to truth any less compelling. And the fact that Anastasia Babarova had only worked at the Gazeta less than 4 months and had never known Anna personally before she was shot down in broad daylight January 20th, 2009 makes her sacrifice no less remarkable.
So before these journalists, these martyrs of freedom, I bow in reverence. And I ask myself if I have that kind of courage to face such danger and not shrink from the field of battle. What is the value of truth to you and me? What would we sacrifice for truth? Anna and other such journalists are my heroes.